Dear friends, today I am going to explain you how to balance chemical equation. How to balance a chemical equation or reaction. It is also known as reaction. So we have to keep in mind that there are left hand side LHS and right hand side, and between them there is one arrowhead. This is called arrowhead. So, left side to arrowhead, reactants are written. Right side to arrowhead, products are written. Now, the first point was this. Second point, always you have to keep in mind that non-metals are always written in a molecule, and they are diatomic. Example, hydrogen we are writing, then H2 we will write. We will never write only H. Oxygen we have to write, then O2 we will write. Nitrogen we have to write, then N2 we will write. Chlorine we have to write, then Cl2 we will write, etc. Now, one reaction I am taking, and the reaction is sodium reacts with water. Then, as a product, what we get? Sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Now here you see, in reactants, two molecules, that means one is sodium and other is water. For sodium, you know that we write Na. For water, we write H2O. Then in product, we write sodium hydroxide. Sodium is Na and hydroxide is OH. That means here you find sodium valency is 1. Hydroxide valency is also 1. That's why it is being cancelled and it is not being written. And now here you find hydrogen is evolved. So for that S2 we will write. Because as a molecule it is diatomic. Now for balancing, one thing we have to keep in mind. This place is variable. Variable means we can write any number, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything we can write for fulfilling our purpose. And our purpose is to balance the number of atoms in the reactant and the number of atoms in the product. And this place is constant. What does this mean? It means that here we cannot write any number. As you see here, this S2 is constant. We cannot change this 2. Here, O, it is constant. Nothing is given, that means 1 is given. So, that is constant. We cannot change anything. So, that is unchangeable. In the same way, here you see, this is variable place. We can change. Here we cannot change. Here we cannot change. Here we cannot change. These are constant. Here nothing is given. That means 1 is given. Here nothing is given. That means 1 is given. Here nothing is given. That means 1 is given. But here you should always keep in mind OH is a compound radical. Compound radical, that means it represents hydroxide. It is not separated as oxygen and hydrogen. In the same way, here 2 is there. This 2 we cannot change. It is fixed. It is constant. But here, variable, any number we can write to fulfill our purpose. That means, what is the motto of this reaction? The motto of this reaction is number of atoms in the reactant should be equals to number of atoms in the product. So for this we are making one column, and here we are writing reactant, and here we write product. So we find that in this reaction there are 3 types of different atoms. Sodium, so here we will write number of Na atoms. How much it is? 1 it is. In the same way, right side also you write number of sodium atoms. How much it is? Nothing is given, that means it is 1. Here nothing is written, that means it is 1. Always keep in mind. After that, number of hydrogen atoms in the reactant. How much it is? 2. 2 you write. Same thing in the product also you write. Number of H atoms. How much it is? It is 1 here. So 1 you write, plus, and 2 here. 2 you write. Now third one is number of O atoms. Oxygen atoms. How much it is? 1. And here in the same way, product side also you write number of O atoms. How much it is? 1. Now you see, the minimum times the atom is used, that is sodium. Sodium is used in only one time, both side, in the reactant also, product also. So we find that sodium is already balanced. Oxygen, now you see, that is also balanced, 1 and 1. Now we have to see hydrogen. Right side it is 3, but left side it is 2. Then what can we do? So for that, we have to say that if here in the place of in the product we are writing 2, then hydrogen becomes 2, and here this 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. And then here also 2 we can write, then 2 2s are 4. So what we do, in the left side 2 into 2, then hydrogen becomes 4. Yes, and then left side of a product 2 we will write, then this becomes 1 into 2. And so it becomes 2 plus 2, that is equals to 4. And by writing 2 here, what we find, sodium becomes 2 in the product. Then in reactant also we have to write 2. So into 2 you give, so it becomes 2. Now sodium is balanced. So our final equation is 2Na plus, and in the reactant also 2 you write. Then what we find, into 2, and that is 2. So here also into 2, that is equals to 2. Then what we find, 2Na plus twice H2O arrowhead gives us twice NaOH plus H2. Now you see 2Na and here 2Na, sodium is balanced in the reactant and in the product, sodium balanced. Now in the case of hydrogen you see 2 2s are 4, 2 into 2, and here 2, here hydrogen, and 2 here. So this becomes 4. So this both balanced. So number of hydrogen atoms balanced. And here oxygen is 2. And here this 2 stands for both. Always we have to keep in mind. This 2 stands for hydrogen also, oxygen also. And here oxygen has nothing. That means it is 1. So 2 into 1 becomes 2. In the reactant 2. And in the product also 2 into 1 2. So this is a balanced chemical equation. Thank you. In this way, we can balance the chemical equation, and this process is called, this process of balancing is known as hit and trial method. Okay, thank you. If you like, please subscribe the video and share also. Thank you.